Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm coming to you with a quick video while I'm twisting my hair. I was already talking about Squid Game, so I'm twisting my hair and telling y'all about Squid Game. It was crazy, so it's focused on this man getting some. It's about people that's down on their luck. They playing a game. When they playing 6 games, and after each game, during each game, people are eliminated, and elimination means death. Okay. Grandson is a man. I think he's his mother's only child. He used to be married. He worked for some company. He led a protest because the company was trying to lay them off or whatever after the company messed up and embezzled the money and couldn't pay them. So, or it was something going on to that effect. And during the protest, somebody he knows or knew at work was killed during the protest, I believe. So he tried to have his own business. When he did that, the business went belly up, and he's forced to now play this game, the Squid Game. Squid Games. They play all these games. With each person that dies, the bounty or the winnings go up. If you quit the game, if everybody vote, if it's a majority vote to quit the game altogether, then the money goes to the families of those who passed away from the game. It's an old man that plays the game with them. This old man is player number 1. There's a Pakistani Indian man. I think he's Pakistani. His name's Ali. He's an illegal immigrant in this country. He gives his wife and child some money to go back to their country or whatever, and he gonna go play this game. He don't tell them that that's where he's going, but he go and play this game. The first game they played was red light, green light. I played that as a child. It's a doll. You in the arena. You start at one end of the arena. Once you make it up to the line, and the line is all the way up there by the doll, I think you got 10 minutes to play this game. The doll has her back to you when she says, the doll is facing you. She says green light. After she says green light, her head turns and the back of her head is towards you. When she turns around, if you still moving at all, when she says red light, you get shot and killed. That's how you get eliminated from the games. Okay? So it's like close to 500 people playing this game. And after that first game, over half the people are gone. So after that, it's a bunch of people that run to the line. Run back to the doors, say they don't want to play. All those people get shot up and murdered or whatever. Ginsung, he has a friend, an old childhood friend that he was in grade school with, is there playing the game, and he's looking like, why are you here? Because this person was so smart in school, they got to go to one of those elite schools for smart kids. And he thought the person was doing so well. Plus, the person's mother has a little, like, I want to say like a little cart shop like his mother. His mother wanted a real brick and mortar store and not to be working on a cart all her life. But at this point, she just has the cart. And his mom and the guy he went to school with, name is Song Hung. And Song is in the game with him. Song's mother thinks that Song is living in America doing good. Meanwhile, he there in that country doing stuff he ain't got no business, because apparently the reason he down on his luck and have to play this game is because he did some kind of fraud or whatever, and he has debts to pay. And at some point, the people go to his mother and let his mother know that he owes some money. He has debts to pay because he committed fraud of some sort. After this first game, though, we meet the guy Ali, and we meet a bouncer by the name, I'm calling him Bouncer. He was a club bouncer. He tried to rip off his boss, and now he owed the boss money and stuff like that. He owed some other people too, so that's why he playing this game. So after this first game and all them people started dying and stuff, some man was like, look, I don't want to play this no more. It's a lady named I'm gonna call her Sue. She's there. She's annoying. She's talk too daggone much, and she's loud. She was like she don't want to play. She got a daughter to go home to, so she don't want to play no more. So they was like, it is a rule that says that if the majority vote and say they don't want to play this game no more, they won't have to play. So we get all the way down. Everybody put their votes in, and it's tied. And so the old man, player number one, he the oldest person in. He go and he votes to discontinue the game. So they all get to go home. They get dropped off. Um, at one point, Jin Sung, the main character, he was one of his creditors. He owed or he played some guy in the middle of like a train station or airport or something. He played the guy a game with the guy, and the guy is the one who gave him the card and signed him up to play this game to the death. So he played with that guy, and at that game he won money, and he was going to go pay some creditors, but before he could get there, he bumps into somebody and gets up and yells at them. It's a girl. He gets to the man. He like, the money right here in my pocket. He reach in his pocket. The pocket cut. The money gone. The girl bumped into him and pickpocketed him. And the girl is in the game too. The girl name is Jenny. And no, I'm calling the girl Jenny because I can't pronounce what her name was. I forgot. So we're gonna call her Jenny. The reason she's in the game is she escaped her country. I don't know. I don't remember. It was North Korea or South Korea, but whatever. She escaped. Her and her brother escaped, and I think the parents was trying to escape too, but they didn't make it across the border. Her and the brother did. The brother ended up. The brother like 10. The brother ended up in foster care. So she visit the brother and keep trying to tell him she gonna find a way to get him out. They're gonna reunite with their mother or whatever. So that's her reason for playing, because she's trying to get her brother out of the foster care system. They all go home and they all go back to living their lives of hardship. Um, it's the man that's Pakistan. His name is Ali. He's so poor he couldn't even afford some ramen. So he ends up in a store and getting dropped off in the same place as Sung Hung. Sung Hung got a phone and got money for ramen. So he buys himself some ramen, makes a phone call, and Ali asks to use the phone, and he lets Ali use the phone. Ali calls his family, tells Sang Hung thanks for letting him call his family, and then he said, "All right, then you can go get on the bus and get home." Ali didn't even have money to get on the bus, so Sang Hung gives him money to get on the bus. So we all see their different hardships, and they all decide that they're gonna go back and play the game. We also see Jin Sung goes to the police to try to tell the police about what happened and how they killed all these people. The man at the front desk at the police station is like, "Get out of here, you old drunk." And as he's saying that, two other detectives or two cops come walking in. And the one cop was like, "Who was that?" And so he was like, some old drunk just telling some crazy story. And so the cop goes to his desk and he gets a phone call from somebody saying, his brother been missing for some days. They haven't seen his brother. So he comes back out of the police station and he sees the card that you use with the number to call to be a part of that game. So he picks that card up, goes to the brother's place to try to investigate, try to put some clues together to figure out where his brother is. And he sees one of those cards in his brother's apartment. Some kind of way he finds out where the meetup is, because after a little while, everybody's experiencing hardships and decide to go back and play the game again. So they all going back to wherever this game is. We see the cop in the van by himself with one of the workers, the game workers. I'm gonna say pink sweatsuits because that's what they wore. They wore pink sweatsuits with a mask that would have a triangle, circle, or a square on it, or whatever. And he beats that person up, kills them, and throws them in the water. Cause it looks like they on a ferry or something going over to an island, and he does that and puts the outfit on, and infiltrates the pink sweatsuits. So he gets his own room. They all back there. Loudmouth, the lady with the loud mouth, I'm gonna call her Sue. She's the one who first said that she didn't want to play no more. She got a daughter. She wanted to go back home to her daughter or whatever. She's back to play the game as well. So the first game when they come back, they play honeycomb. Um, it's the honeycomb in a tin. It's a shape in the middle of the honeycomb. They give you a needle, and you gotta do what you can do within 10 minutes to get that shape out of the honeycomb without breaking it. Um, and why our boy again son get the hardest shape there is to get. His is an umbrella. He befriends the old man player number one or whatever. Um, they all get their shapes out. Our main people. Jenny, I mean not Jenny, Sue, the annoying lady. At some point the night before, we see her asked to go to the bathroom. They let her go, and while she's in there, she takes something out of her vagina. She didn't put a condom full with a contraption in it that has like cigarettes and a lighter in it. So she's able to get that out of her vagina, and she's able to sneak and use the lighter without the people seeing her. She used the lighter to get her shape out, and then when she says she's done, she walks and drops the lighter on the ground and turns around and gives the bouncer a signal that to use the lighter to get his shape out. So she helps him out or whatever. Um, Jin Sung, the main person, he puts his shape up to the light and see the light reflection coming through. So something tells him, well, let me start licking it from the back, and then that may be the way that I can get it to that I can get my shape to come out without breaking, because he had the hardest shape. He had an umbrella. So he survives. He gets his out, and the old man licks his too, gets his out, follows him, and do that. So that was the second game, was the honeycomb. Third game, well, before they got to the third game, when they finished the honeycomb game, the people fighting over food and things, and the bouncer and his friends, they killed some people the night before. It's like a brawl to the death. People fight to the death the night before. Jin Sung and Sung Hang and Ali, they concerned about the old man. They looking for him under all these, because the bunk beds, it wasn't one bed stacked over top of another. It was about 10 stacks high, 10 beds stacked on top of each other. The lights come on. We see the old man up in the thing, sitting, like, just sitting off to himself or whatever. Nobody ever bothered him. And I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? So, the next morning, they say pick a team of 10. So, because she helped him, Sue think that she gonna get to be on the team with the bouncer because he's the strongest. She assuming. So you gotta put together a team of 10. So she wants to go be on their team, and he's like, no. He gets this doctor. There's a surgeon there, and the surgeon had a malpractice case or something like that, and that's why he's there. So he had got a clue about what the next game is going to be inside of his egg, and so he already knew what the next game was going to be. So he on the team with the bouncer. He tells the bouncer, we just need strong men for this next game. And so the bouncer don't let Sue on his team or whatever, even though she helped him out at the last game. And I believe at this point they done had sex too in the bathroom. So no, they haven't. They haven't had sex yet. They had sex after this next game in the bathroom because they all decided to relax and not kill each other that night. They all need a night of rest. So they picked the 10 people. Sue ends up on the team with Sung Hong and Ginsu, Jenny. Jenny goes and finds another girl. We're gonna call her name was Chung Gwen. She was a pastor's daughter or whatever. So they all get on the team together. The next game is Tug of War. Of course, Bouncer and his friends, because they so strong, They go up. They randomly pick the teams that was gonna go in the order in which they was gonna go. So it was a tug of war. You up on the platform. Once you pull the team off their platform, it's like a guillotine kind of contraption. Cuts the rope and the team falls to their death. So Bouncer's team goes ahead. They find out what the game is, and of course, Jin Sung is nervous because it's a team with 7 men, 2 and 3 women, because they got Sue on their team with them too. Um, but the old man comes up with a strategy. They follow his strategy to play the game, and they ended up winning. Okay, so that's game number 3. The next game is marbles. This time you got to pick one person to play with, but they don't know what the game is. Sometime after the tug of war game, when they go back to the bunker, the doctor disappears, and it's because um, he went to the bathroom, and the people came and got him because they wanted him to help them with somebody that was playing the game or whatever. So he go to help. He performed some kind of surgery to get their organ out. Come to find out, when these people are eliminated, they selling these people's organs on the black market. That's how they playing these games or whatever. That's the whole gist of these games. Not to just give the main winner some money, but it's really a black market for people's organs. So and the people families that aren't notified of them dying on anything, I don't think. Yeah, they're not notified at all because this is all supposed to be a secret. Nobody knows that you on this little secret deserted island playing these games or whatever. So the surgeon, he do the surgery, and then he gets into it with one of the pink sweatsuits, and he tells the pink sweatsuit to take his mask off so he can see. And at that moment, that's when the host of the game comes in, see the sweatsuit with his mask off, shoots and kills him because he was like, "You're never supposed to expose your face or your identity." And then he kills the doctor as well. We see the intruder, the inspector that's looking for his brother. He gets one person by themselves, one pink sweatsuit by themselves, talking to them. He kills them. That before he kills them, I think they tell him that there's a room with a log of every player that's ever played this game or whatever, with their picture and all of their information. So he on the lookout. He looking for this room where after he kills the guy, he's looking for the room where he can find them. So he can where he can find these logs, these back logs, and figure out if his brother was at this place or whatever. Then we get to, they play marbles. The host is like, we still gonna go on and play the games as normal or whatever, even though some people missing because they couldn't find two of the pink sweatsuits, two pink sweatsuits. Well, it's three pink sweatsuits missing. Two, because the investigator, the cop, he killed one, and then the host killed one. So all right, they go play. They say pick one partner to play the next game when they wake up the next morning. Nobody wants to partner with Gin Sung because they feel like he weak because he always helping somebody because he ended up helping player number 1, the old man. The old man woke up with his pants was wet. He peed in the bed or whatever, I guess. And so Gin Sung gave him his jacket to cover up, cover it up. And because of that, everybody was looking at him like he a weak person. So the old man sits in the corner by himself, and a guy said he was a math teacher. He comes up and he asks Gin Sung to be partners in this next game. Ali and Sung Hun becomes partners in this next game of marbles. So everybody starts out with 10 marbles, and y'all partners. So y'all got to play whatever games y'all want to play of your choosing until one of y'all ends up with all 20 marbles, and the person ending up with the marbles, the 20 marbles is the winner, and the other person is going to be eliminated. I said, fuck. All right, y'all, I had reached my recording limit, and now it says I only got 5 minutes to record. But anyway, hopefully I can finish it. So anyway, the next game was the marbles. Uh, Sung Lee tricked Ali and switched the bags, and he took the bag with all the marbles and gave Ali a bag of rocks, and Ali is murdered because he's eliminated because he don't have any marbles left. Um, um, Jenny and the girl, the pastor's daughter, Chung Gwen, they become partners and they tell each other they feel like, well, one of us going to die. Chung Gwen told Jenny, like, if you be my partner, if you pick me, I'm gonna make sure you win this next game, so you won't die or whatever. And because of that, they sit and they tell each other their deepest, darkest secrets and how they end up in the game and all of that. And then they play the game, and um, Chung Gwen loses on purpose because she wants um, Jenny to have the chance to go and get out of here, win the money, and go get her little brother. So and Chung Gwen, her story is that her father was a pastor. He murdered her mother. She murdered him. She went to jail. When she got out of jail, somebody was at gave her that card, and she don't have nobody or anything to live for in her mind. So therefore, she can go ahead and just die. So she gets shot. She loses. Um, Player number one, the old man, Jin Sung. They standing there. The old man is telling Jin Sung, thanks for playing with him, breathing new life in him by playing the games with him and everything. But he let Jin Sung win. And we see Jin Sung walk out of the arena, and the old man, we just hear the gunshot. They don't let us see him get shot. We just hear it. Then, so that's over. So in that game, the bouncer is still alive. The lady we call Sue that had slept with the bouncer is still alive. And then, cause she, you know what? No, we assumed she was dead because she was the only one stuck without a partner in this game. So she had to stay back, and she was yelling and screaming. She thought that she was going to die. So when all the players that won that round, they get back to the bunker, she's still sitting there and running off at the mouth. So they just made her sit there until the game was over because it was one odd man out in the game. So then the bouncer mad that she's still alive or whatever. He thought she was gonna be dead. So that was game. Marbles was game number 3. Was it? No, Marbles was game number 4. I'm so sad that Ali we at this point we see Sung Ha. He like, I'm trying to win. I don't care about nobody. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win. Cause he let Ali die. That was so effed up. But he tricked Ali. So the next game that they're gonna play, that was game number 4. The next game is bridge. It's a bridge made of regular glass and tempered glass. You got 10 minutes, 20 minutes for all players to get across this bridge. When one player steps on the glass, the next player steps up and tries to cross the glass as well. Like all one behind another. One behind the other, I must say. They had to pick their numbers. Some man wanted to switch with Jin Sung because Jin Sung was going to be playing number 1. But the man said he wanted to switch because all his life he always hid behind other people. He wanted to step up and be bold and be first. All in all, the bridge game ends with Sue getting her revenge on the bouncer for him not picking her for the games and talking bad to her and throwing her. She grabs a hold of him and pulls and locks her arms behind her, and they both fall to their death on this bridge. And the only survivors at this point is 17 people playing this game. They have some VIP clients, which is rich people that's paying to watch these people kill themselves playing these games. One rich man, he keeps talking about 69. He's obviously an old gay man from his voice. He's being served by the intruder, but doesn't know it. He tells the intruder, let me see your face. The intruder says, no, I can't let you see my face because once I do that, they'll kill me. He said, well, if you don't let me see you, I'm going to kill you. So the intruder says, well, let's go back to a quiet place and then I'll let you see my face. So they do that. They get in the room. The old man takes the intruder's mask off, talking about some. This face should not be hitting such a beautiful face. And he disrobes himself. He butt naked under the robe. And he think he gonna get the intruder to suck his damn dick. Talking about suck my thing and I can pleasure me for 5 minutes. And now take care of you and make sure your life is great. The intruder looks at him, grabs him by the privates, and pulls out his gun. Tells him to take his mask off, and says, "If you don't tell me what I need to know." All right, guys, I'm back with the last bit of the show, Squid Game. So the intruder asks him some questions, and we don't see what he asks, but we go back to the game and we see the people betting on who they think is going to win the game and everything. And then that's when the host realized that the intruder is missing and that VIP client is missing. And somebody need to go check on them. So the game ends with Jenny, Jin Sung, and Sung Ho winning the game. Once they cross the finish line, though, the tempered glass that's left, is thick, so it can hold weight, right? So that all blows up, and when it blows, the glass is flying everywhere. And we notice it's like flying over there to them too. And we see the glass hitting Jenny. So we see them being taken back to their bunker. And they get a gift box with an outfit in it. And are told to get dressed with this outfit on. And the people said the pink sweatsuits is like this is gonna be a good dinner for y'all being the top 3 players of this game. Meanwhile, the inspector, he has snooped around and found some stuff and got into the host room and was looking around in there because at this point he was still trying to figure out about his brother. And the phone in there starts to ring. And the host comes in to answer the phone. He answers the phone and then goes to leave again. And that's when he realized that the receiver was put down the wrong way. So when the phone rang the first time, the intruder picked it up and put the phone back on the hook, but didn't put it back the way that the host was sitting down. So I am done my hair. And this is how I'm going to be wearing it until I get some braids put in it. In like a month or so. But I wish I knew how to like flat twist my own hair. Like almost like a cornrow, but it's a twist. That's what I wish I knew how to do. But anyway, the host is still on the lookout for the intruder, trying to figure out what he know and where he is or whatever. So he never figures it out at this point. So we see the top 3 players. They go getting dressed. Jenny goes in the bathroom. She's removing glass out of her body. One punctured her in the side really deep. Excuse me. And so she tries to tie like the shirt or something around it to try to stop the bleeding. She goes and lays down. She comes out the bathroom. They take them 3 to a room where they're served a real nice meal. We notice that Jenny has not really eaten any of her food. They take her food away. They clean up everything and they leave them with a knife there. So I'm guessing they expect them to fight each other and one of them kill each other or whatever. So they get back to the bunker with their knives and that they let them keep. And Jin Sung is talking to Jenny and everything, and Jenny is bleeding. That's when he realized she's bleeding real bad. She got it. She's lost a lot of blood. So he goes banging on the door asking for help for Jenny. They finally come in, but they come in with like the little coffin box that they've been putting the dead bodies in. And when he turns around and goes back over to go to Jenny, when Jin Sung goes to Jenny, he notices Sung Hung got blood on his face, and he sees that he done cut Jenny's throat and let her die. So he wants to fight Sung Hung. He wants to stab him, but the pink sweatsuits stop both of them from doing it because they want them to play one last game. The one last game is the Squid Game. Meanwhile, the hosts keep getting phone calls from somebody about the game, how it's going, and is anything stopping the game from going the way it's supposed to go. I mean, keep proceeding and everything because they got the intruder. So he never really says anything about the intruder being there. At this point, we see the intruder. Once he left the room, he went and he searched. He found his brother's name. And at this point, he found his brother's name and realized the brother played this game back in 2015 or so. And the brother won. So he like, so if my brother won, like, why is he missing? Because when he was questioning the person, the pink sweatsuit, in that little cave, the pink sweatsuit had told him, he said my brother had the pink sweatsuit told him the place, the last person that won, they had one kidney. And he said, yeah, they got one kidney because he gave it to me. It was my brother. And the person, the pink sweatshirt, was like, no, it was not. The one kidney person, they had it was a woman because we took turns raping her. I said, what the fuck? But he didn't say rape. He said having sex with her. But having sex with somebody against their will is rape. So whatever. So he did that. So anyway, he realized his brother is there, and he taking pictures of all kinds of things. He recorded the VIP client saying something, and he just hit him and knocked him out or whatever, and left the room that they was in. He didn't kill him. The host and some other pink sweatsuits goes to the room, see the man laying there, the VIP client, and they say he got something. So they was like, well, we could track him. Next thing you know, we see the intruder in the middle of the ocean, and he looks up and he sees another island he can get to. So he swims over to that island, takes his phone out, and he's able to get a signal, and he calls his police station that he works for and tell him, that story that guy you thought he was drunk. The story is true. He tells them everything he could tell them before the people come and show up because he see them washing up on the beach or whatever. Looking for him because they tracked him by, I think, the tank that he used to get to swim all that way under the water. And so he sends them something, and so he running, and somebody spies him. One of the pink sweatsuits sees him in the woods up on the hill in the mountains, and so they follow him, and he get to a cliff. And he was like, y'all don't have to do this, such and such, and he said something. And at this point, when he noticed, I feel like when he noticed his brother won this competition previously, something clicked in my head. So he was going to jump off the cliff, but he ended up shooting the host. Because the host was like, you only got one bullet left. And the host said something that made the intruder turn around. And he said, remove your mask. And the host removed his mask. And it was the intruder's brother that he'd been looking for. And I kind of figured he was the one being the host or in charge of the game at this point. Because, like, where would he disappear to? And he had this card in his apartment too. So if he's not a player, he's got to be on the other side and in charge or something. But I figured that out once he saw that his brother won the game at some point. Because at first I was thinking his brother was one of the people that died early in the beginning of the games. So at this point, the host, the intruder tells the host after he shot at him, he actually shot the host in the arm or something like that. The intruder says, you know what? You all are going down for this. My precinct or whatever, the cops and the Coast Guard, everything, they all on their way. They know what y'all over here doing or whatever. And so that's when the host was like, well, you know what? This you don't get good signal over here, so I doubt if your message reached anybody or whatever. And he was like, I think it did. And then that's when the host really revealed himself and pulled his mask off, and the intruder realized it was his brother. That's when the host freaking shot him. But I don't think the intruder is dead. The host shot him in the shoulder and he fell in that daggone water. He fell off the cliff and it was real high. He fell in the water, but I don't think he did. And they go back. The host pulled his mask down. And I don't think the people behind him, the pink sweatsuit, saw well, they didn't see his face because they standing behind him. So he ain't gonna kill himself because of course the rules for them is if they reveal themselves and somebody see them, then they're gonna die. But because he killed, well, looks like he shot and killed the intruder, then he should survive or whatever. So anyway, they go back to the compound or wherever it is where they got these people playing these damn games. It's the next day, and Shang Hung and Jin Sung have to go up against each other in the last game, which is the Squid Game. This is something that we see them play as kids at the beginning of the series. And they play the game. It starts to rain as they playing, and it's like a fight to the death to win this game or whatever. Some kind of way, they both got their knives. They fight. Jin Sung get the best of Sung Ho. Sung Ho ends up on the ground. Jin Sung has the chance to stab him, but he doesn't. He stabs the ground and like walks away, starts to walk away. And then that's when Sung Hung says, tell my mother, like give a message to my mother. And Jin Sung saying, why are you saying it? Because we're going to survive this. And that's when Sung Hung took the knife and stabbed himself in the neck. Because they had a conversation. He said that he killed the girl. He killed Jin Sung. He really didn't want to kill nobody. But he realized he didn't want to kill nobody, but Song Hong was willing to kill, and they had an argument. And Jin Sung was telling him, "You the reason. You killed all those people. You killed Ali. You killed Jenny. He pushed that man, the glass manufacturer. He pushed him off, so he killed him too, or whatever. Like you willing to kill to win this money. At this point, the money is up to 40 million yings, or whatever what their money is called. And I don't know how much that is in American dollars or whatever, but whatever it is, it's like up to. It looks like it's at 40 million, but Sin Young stabs himself in the neck, kills himself. Jin Sung is declared the winner. We see him in a limousine with the host of the game, and the host got a mask on, and no, he don't have his mask on yet. He's sitting there without the mask on, but Jin Sung got a blindfold on, so he can't see anything anyway. And the masked person tells him something, and then that's when he pulls his mask down, and the car fills with some kind of gas, and whatever the gas is, it's a gas to make him fall asleep. So he falls asleep. And he wakes up and they throw him out of the car somewhere. It's a guy out there talking about Jesus is coming, repent for your sins. He walks over to Jin Sung, takes his mask off, blindfold off his eyes. He gets up. When he get up, a gold credit card or whatever falls out of his pocket, ATM card. He puts the card in and see that he got money. So the host tells him it was all a dream. Act like it was all a dream and all that kind of stuff like that. It ain't really happened. You just gonna wake up and you gonna have money. Or whatever he was telling him in that call. But anyway, Jin Sung get up. He check the account. It's money in there. He goes to where the mobile carts are to look for his mother. And he sees Song Hung's mother. Song Hoo's mother. And she's like, I don't know where he is. When you talk to him, tell him to call me. I haven't heard from him in days, and I haven't heard from your mother either. But I just suspect that she's tired and she's feeling a little bit sick, so she ain't been out here. She said, here, take this mackerel to your mother. He goes to the mother's house. The mother is laying there dead. So all this, he didn't survive. Because he wanted to buy his mother a brick and mortar store. And the mother fucking died while he was in there playing the game. So he's hurt by that. Time goes by. He gets a call to come to the bank. He's grown facial hair, beard, and mustache and everything. The people at the bank like, we need to invest, like you need to do something with the money, like you haven't touched it or whatever. So he said something like, "Do him a favor and give him 10,000 yen or whatever." So he take 10,000 yen, whatever that is, and leaves the bank. He's like on the side of a beach, it looks like, or some kind of water, a lake or something. The lady come up saying she need to sell these flowers, or she got to get rid of them flowers. She can't have them when she go in for the night. So he did something with that, but then ends up going to some high rise place. He gets there. We see an old person with no hair in the bed. Get over to the bed. Who the old person is? Player number fucking one. Whole time he's in charge of the goddamn game. And he played the game because he knew he's old, he knew he's on his deathbed, and he wanted the chance to actually play the game instead of putting on the game, as he explained to Jin Sung. So they play one last game with each other. And it's a drunk man sitting outside on the curb across from them. He says that man sitting there by such and such a time, by midnight, he still won't be there because you believe people inherently good and somebody gonna help him, but I don't think nobody's gonna go help him. But somebody ends up helping the old man. The police pull up and get the old man up. And when as the bell sounds, the midnight bell sounds, and the police picking up the old man, the drunk that was on the ground, the old man, player number one, dies. He stopped breathing. We see Jin Sung leave, and that gave him something like, well, let me go try to spend this money and live my life. Jin Sung leaves. We see the host comes in, close the old man's eyes, and he takes the bedazzled mask and sets it down on the table or whatever. And we see Jin Sung, he go, I don't know whose salon it was, but he went because somebody in the that was in the game with them said they had a salon. So he starts to try to do good things with the money. He goes to the salon, he go get his hair dyed, he gets his hair dyed burgundy reddish color. He go to the foster care facility, the orphanage. He gets Jenny's little brother out. He takes her little brother to Sun Hung's mother with a suitcase and said, take care of him until, I guess he wanted her to take care of him till he got back because he going to America to find his daughter and get his daughter or whatever. So Song Hung's mother was like, thanks. It'd be nice to have some company for dinner now or whatever. So Jin Sung walks off and he leaves the boy there with a suitcase, and the lady is like, oh my God, it's cold out here. You hungry? She give him something to eat. So she starts to look in the suitcase for a warmer jacket, and it's a suitcase full of money. And it's a note in there and said that these are Sung Hung's winnings. So he gave her Sung Hung's winnings. He goes to the airport to get ready to go see his daughter. When he's on the platform waiting for I guess like the train to take him over to where his flight would be leaving from, he see that same guy that gave him the card to go play that game initially. He see him with another guy. So he hurry up and run over there. And the guy, he see him. He hurry up and run over there to try to tell the guy, don't play, don't take the card, don't play the game, don't play the fucking game. But by the time he gets over to the platform, the guy that gives out the card to invite people to play the game, he on the tram or whatever, going somewhere or whatever. So he takes the card and he calls the number on the back. And of course they say, oh, you volunteering to play the game. What's your birth date and your your name and your birth date. And so when they looked it up, they said player 456, let it go. Like, we know who you are. He was like, why are you doing this to people or whatever? And he walking down the corridor to get on the plane to go see his daughter in America and turns around and walks the other way and don't get on the plane. I guess he's going to go try to infiltrate the game and stop them from playing this game. And that's how Squid Game goes off. I would like to say, all in all, it was good. It was crazy. It was crazy. Y'all, and the old man said, we bet on y'all. Like, you know how you bet on racehorses? That's what we were doing, but we was doing it with humans. And like Jin Sung said, but y'all killing people. Like, horses are animals and humans are humans. Y'all are killing people. Y'all not eliminating them from the game as if like, all right, you can go home. Y'all killing them or whatever. And the old man said he just wanted to feel something, and that's why he volunteered to play the game. And that's how his ass was surviving everything. Because he was in charge of the whole thing from the jump. That's why when they woke up after people was killing each other that night, that's why he was sitting off up at the top of the thing all by his fucking self, untouched. Cause his ass probably disappeared when that kind of stuff started going down, and was never in the melee. Yo, it was it was crazy. I will say it was crazy. I kind of enjoyed it. I watched it in 2 days. I watched 5 episodes yesterday and 4 today. Um, I can tell from this the way it went off. I swear it's gonna be a part two, and that detective and Jin Sung gonna both go back to infiltrate that game. I think that detective gonna help him because I don't believe he's dead. We never see him again after he goes over the cliff from being shot by the brother. But yeah, this was Squid Game's review and chat. Um, Let me know what you thought of it if you watched it or whatever. Did you ever play any of those games? The only games that they had on there that I've played before was the red light, green light, and tug of war. The other games I've never played. I've never played that Squid Game they played at the game. Never played Bridge. Never played the Honeycomb game, and I've never played marbles. My grandmother said she used to play marbles growing up, but yeah, I've never played any of those games. Um, you guys let me know what you thought about this review, what you thought about Squid Game if you watched it. It's on Netflix. Um, Finished my hair while I talked about this. Because this is my second time recording this. The first time it was getting way too long. Like at one point, one video was 20 minutes and the other one was 45 minutes. It was way too long, so I had to start over. I hope I gave you guys enough details about what happened. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry to say at the end of my video, but you shouldn't watch this if you haven't seen it already, okay? Because it's full of spoilers. Anyway, thanks for watching. Click the like button for this video. Click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. Remember to be a good human. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. Okay? Show people some love and kindness today, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.